and welcome back to Vlogs and Frogs. My name's Ryan Peterson, for those of you who don't know, and in my hand, you already know by the title, it's another spider. Today, we have the purse web spider, so if you're scared of spiders, you should get out of here because that's a little spider right there, so we're gonna go, oh, now he fell. We're gonna go learn about this adorable spider, and if you're scared, you can run away and be scared, but for those of you that aren't, let's get into it. Okay, so a purse web spider. Now, why is it called that? Is it a spider that goes into your purse, or a spider that makes purses out of silk? Well, actually, it's because they make purse-like webs. Well, to me, they look more like fancy tubes, but it is what it is. They look like tubes running up the sides of rocks or plants. The specific dimensions and architectural design of these tubes vary by species. Some are wider, some are thinner, some are taller, some are shorter. Some species make them go underground, and some species keep them only above ground. But they all hunt mostly the same. And, well, it's terrifying. So what happens is these spiders are ambush predators, so they sit at the bottom of their tubes and wait for an unsuspecting insect to wander along and climb onto the tube. Now these tubes are covered with things like sticks and grass and all sorts of plant material to kind of blend in and look like the stem of a tree or plant. So then what happens is when the spider feels the vibrations running through the tube, letting them know that their dinner has arrived, they bite the bug through the tube itself, from the inside. They sink their fangs through the tube and inject their venom, killing their prey. And then they cut a hole in the tube, pull their victim in, bring them down, eat them, and then, after that, they go patch their hole they made, and they patch it right up and sew it back together, and then they wait for the next. Isn't that absolutely terrifying? I couldn't imagine. Now, because they build their tubes on the ground, their main prey are things like ground-dwelling insects, beetles, crickets, other spiders even, and really anything else that makes the unfortunate mistake of landing on the tube of death. They themselves are eaten by birds, lizards, and a number of small mammals. Well, now that we are this far into the video and you've seen, so much of them, let's talk about what they look like, in case you didn't know. Purse web spiders are easily identified by their extra large chelicerae, those big mouth parts that their fangs are attached to. They're extra big on these guys. And the bluish or grayish thick line right in front of their eyes and behind their chelicerae. And they do have 8 of those eyes. Most of them are dark colored, whether black, gray, or brown. And their bodies can grow to be about 1.5 inches in length. They do walk more like wolf spiders, so they have more of a low crawling stance rather than a high harvestman or daddy longleg type of walking style. Now you can find them all over the world, with there being about 29 species of these cuties. And we were only lucky enough to show you this cutie because we just so happened to be having a picnic at the right place and the right time. They are quite elusive since they spend most of their life in their tubes, and the only time they're really out and about is if they're looking for a mate. So this one must have been looking for a mate. Isn't that just so cool? Like, what a blessing, guys. What a picnic surprise. Well, I gotta go have my picnic now since I totally made this entire video right then and there. I love you guys, and go find some cool critters out there, 'cause there's tons of